versus me sword fighter. Now we have a me rep in Oklahoma. He does pretty darn well. To see if that can transfer over to HDR. He's got very proficient in using the DDD in his full kit. The tipper forward air, the Gordo, everything, you know. And it's coming out already at 80%, you know. You might start seeing tipper forward air just kill. No, okay, not quite. But you can't recover from that. Not too confident in me sword fighter's recovery, so. Looking like a pretty dominant lead so far, only taking 39%. And as DDD, you can feel pretty confident that you're going to live for quite a while after that. But, wow, okay. I mean, some of these combos doing a good amount of damage, so. Can't count out the me sword fighter. Okay, coming in full effect, 82%. Not looking too good for Shikari so far. Reflecting with the sec. And an unfortunate SD. I mean, can't tell if he hit the ceiling there, if it was just, you know, not the right spacing, but just unfortunate. A 2-stock lead coming out, but in HDR, you know, things could change. I mean, the amount of jumps DDD has, oh, not quite making it to ledge there. Looked pretty all right, but I guess not. I was just saying, with the amount of jumps DDD has, it's going to make a lot of these edge guard situations a lot more difficult. So that's going to really exacerbate, I don't know. That's going to really make him live long, even like outside of just being a heavy that lives long. Same thing with Ridley, sort of. And Ridley has a great recovery tool as well, so it makes him live longer. But, you know, a character like DK maybe doesn't live as long, even though he's a heavy. But now that he has the lead, he's pretty comfortable just walling out with Gordo and trying to make sure he maintains the stage control. And it seems like maybe DDD has the better projectile in this matchup, and that's maybe something Shikari needs to take note of. Yep. I mean, the spacing was pretty perfect on that, because you got to avoid the hitbox that comes with me sword fighter's recovery, while also, yep, and this is barely the last hit. Also, you know, that's the hit that kills, so. But the movement looking pretty crazy for me sword fighter. Being pretty patient with some of these reads here. And he can afford to be patient, a full stock up.
Alrighty, now hear this. Tiny T versus Saucy D. Come to the TO station. Tiny T and Saucy D.
We're seeing him play the spacing game. I mean, both of them have some disjoints, so it's kind of going to be about, you know, who's maintaining the spacing that they want, and who's, you know, having to push back into that spacing. It seems like throughout this whole set, it's been Shikari having to push into Scout spacing because of the inherent, like, you know, lead. Ooh, and the parry's gonna be what he needs to take the stock there. Yeah, but that's gonna be it. I mean, Gordo, you're never in a good spot after getting hit with Gordo, so. But we're gonna see a game 1 win for SL Scout. The ban's coming through, of course. You can actually ban random, I'm pretty sure, which is an interesting thing to do. Do you want to really make your opponent choose, you know, get in their head, but not too sure. Congo Falls, an interesting ban. So those were Scout's two bans, and now Shikari picks one. I've never been a fan of Great Bay on HDR just because the spinning platform feels weird to me.
Start the battle.
So we're seeing some early scrambling going on. And it seems like Tornado works best when he's in advantage. Really just trying to push his advantage. Of course, it's pretty fast, so he can really afford to just use it. But some of these spacing tools not gonna work too well at approaching D2D. I mean movement tools, not spacing tools. Oh, not quite killing. I think that's gonna be a pretty powerful kill setup. But maybe D2D just, you know, not being the kind of character that dies to that stuff. Yeah, but we're seeing, okay, I didn't know it killed that strong at the beginning of it. We usually see him hitting it at the end. But now we're seeing a big combo come through, 38%, kind of neglecting the platform tech chase follow-up there. I guess that's something he needs to be more aware of in the future. Almost taking the stock off of that string, but the tipper forward air coming out can never count it out. Can never count out the tipper forward air. He's going to try to take as much percent as he can and, you know, bring his lead back. I mean, you know, 64-68, it's almost like DDD's got the lead just because of how heavy he is, but, I mean, HDR sometimes weight doesn't make a difference. We'll have to see. Obviously, DI very powerful. I can only imagine Scout's been trying his best to utilize DI to its fullest potential, trying to get the turnaround on the Tornado. Not sure if that's quite the move. He almost maybe loses the stock because of it. Maybe that's a little presumptuous, but hey, I said it. That's coming out. I think the Tornado is going to be really strong for setting up these combos. Obviously, you just took around 50% for it. Now it seems that Scout is learning that, hey, maybe that hitbox is only at the beginning. So Tornado going to be one of these really good tools for, you know, starting combos and taking stocks, both, you know, as a kill confirm and a combo starter. But obviously we've seen the Scout inhale it before and, you know, use it to his advantage. So we'll have to see just how the Tornado unfolds within this matchup. 129 even stocks. I could imagine he takes this stock pretty early, but I could also imagine maybe he gets a good amount of percent taken before, you know, taking DDD stock. And this is game 2, both players obviously playing very hard. I don't think it's in best of 5 yet. But that's probably definitely going to be the stock. 196, what am I saying? Yeah, that's the stock. And 52%. It's going to be pretty difficult to get like a cheese or anything like that. Not too much shield stun on that move anymore. So he's going to take 62% off of that encounter. 81% now. We're going to see maybe he's going for these forward smashes. I think he needs to just start moving off stage. He's looking very brave with what? No. Had to be misinput. Or maybe he thought he'd land on stage. Oh, I think he meant to be reverse it. And then maybe use that momentum to land on stage. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Unfortunate either way. The SD's coming out 1 game each, both players. Game 3 going out in best of 3. Whoever wins this takes the set as a whole.
Start the battle.
Game 3 as Hill Scout versus Shikari. I'm getting a little tired, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just gonna hold it down. Provide this commentary for you.
What? All right. Up
seeing
next
no
on
hits
the
coming out
stream,
yet, but
we've got Disney and Jace. Disney and Jace
it's like really trying to
on
make the most
deck.
of this. He knows he had to fight for that last
Also
game. He's
up
gonna have to
next,
fight for this game
we've
too.
got Melee
It
versus
looks like a
Krampus
good amount of percent coming
Claws.
out. Both players, you know, no solid winning lead, but still certainly
The opening for that
looking
one
like
is up
Shikari's
on
making use of his
stage.
advantage state pretty darn well. Oh, but catching him on the approach, not getting too much off of that because he just techs straight off of the down air. But going for these follow-ups, I almost wonder if maybe he could extend the combo a little bit more, get some more percent, because DDD is the type of character who's not going to die from that.
Strike that. Melee, Krampus, wait a moment. We're going to put you on the next stream one once Shikari and Scout are done.
Maybe it's just that it's
all right.
okay, and it does kill.
Drew
Eventually,
the
maybe you have to hit
Lou.
like 140. But yeah, I mean,
Sorry,
that kind of
Drew
setup,
the
gonna kill
Law.
an ultimate, gonna kill an HDR. Very consistent.
Drew the Law versus Ben
It can
Katoni.
almost be a counter for
AKA
these
Ben
Gordos,
Kenobi.
but you have to be a little careful because sometimes the
Y'all
Gordo
love
just
great
goes through and
names.
kills
Love
you.
all of you.
Now, something I'd obviously like to see more from Scout here is these grabs. Like, we know Scout historically as a player does not really use the DDD chain grab, maybe as much as he should. And I know it doesn't work on every character, and it's, you know, not super consistent with DI and everything, being as strong as it is in this game. But still, I mean, I think a lot of these situations, grab might do him good. But I think that's maybe just the kind of player he is. I don't think he uses grab, maybe any in Ultimate. Maybe he does, I'm not sure. I'm just trying to remember some of our sets. Getting some clean percent off of these reflections. He's going to make sure he's kind of struggling to get down. Playing the spacing game, the Tipper takes it at a relatively early 80%. You know, it always looks so weak, and then, you know, you're just dead. Killing incredibly early, just all the time. But I think that was not that early. That was like 80, 90, but hey. The knockback looks weird in this game, I'll say that. Okay. I'm going to see him try to take as much percent as he can on every single interaction with Gordo. He's been doing pretty well with it so far. Although I believe Shikari's been pretty good at, you know, recovering back to stage with his movement tools like that, you know, making sure he puts out some hitboxes. You know, yeah, just like that, reflecting the Gordo back. I think that's something he's been really good at throughout this entire set. He's going to maybe try to take the stock, not quite 140 for DDD here. And the stock is gone. 2 stocks apiece, 110. I mean, it's not looking great for Shikari. The Gordo going deep. Yeah, not quite making the recovery. And we're going to have to see him hit some crazy strings into maybe some kind of edge guard or kill, because it seems like SL Scout is not letting his offense, you know, rest at all. And the tornado spam coming out in full effect, but 87% now. This stock might evaporate soon, although getting hit with the Gordos. That's something I struggle to deal with sometimes, is the Gordo getting sucked back up. And the forward smash going to take it, even with the sour spot. It's a strong hit. The set going to SL Scout.